Hey everyone, Misfit from the Co-op guys here, back with some more Factorio. Just keeping on the lookout in case those aliens start showing up, which thankfully they haven't. I've played a little bit since the last episode, not much, just getting a few things ready for this one. The aliens have not showed up yet, which is really good, but I am not going to hang around and wait for them to show up. I have a plan, and basically, we're going to box ourselves in. We've got a decent sized starting area, and things are a little bit spread out. I mean, we've got a very small pocket of iron here, which will do us for a while, but we're not getting a terrible amount of iron from it. There's a lot of iron there, but it's going to take a while to mine all that out and use it. We've got a fair amount of copper. Unfortunately, iron is the one thing that we really need a lot of, but not so much in the early stage. We've got a massive pocket of iron down here, with another over there, and there's another one up here. In fact, let's just get the map up. There we go. So there's another pocket of iron here. I'm not sure which to mine out just yet, but our only significant coal is this one here that we're already started mining. The nearest one that actually is worth anything looks to be up here, in this section of the map. Unfortunately, that is probably a little bit out of our range. We've got a big forest here. You probably can't see that in the way. There's going to be no easy way of getting that coal down here. Yeah. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to make a small semi-fortified area just to start off with, because right now the aliens could run in from anywhere. I have no idea where they are. As you explore the map, these things get generated, and then the aliens will start popping in. I mean, there might be an alien base in this black area, and if the red pollution zone goes out over those aliens, then it will start to attract them. So, yeah, we're going to box ourselves in, and I've been preparing a few things just to get ready for it. The first thing I've been doing is I've been cutting down some trees. We're going to set up a wall here, and we're going to put some turrets behind it, just to seal off this section of the map from enemy attack. We're going to put another wall here, just to keep it on the low key. I made a path up to our coal mine up here, so we don't have to bump into trees every other minute. But we're going to set up a wall around this. Now this is probably going to be the biggest portion, because we're going to need to put at least a wall from there to there, maybe, or at least one wrapping around the coal mine. So but all that's going to take a fair bit of resources, particularly stone and iron. Now we've already been mining up some stone here, not terribly much, but we've got a much bigger stone patch down here, which we're going to start mining up. But in order to start getting everything ready, we're going to have to automate a few things. And one of the first things I want to automate, a little bit anyway, is our power production, because if that goes down, our mines are going to shut down and everything will shut down. So right now, I've got some coal in these boilers, heating up the water to power our steam turbines. Now only one of them is really actually burning fuel right now, because we're not using all that much power. Oh, hang on a minute, we should probably research some technology. Let's see. Steel or logistics. I think we're going to go for some logistics, because these things are pretty nifty. Underground belts, which allows your conveyors to go underneath objects for a little range, and splitters, which will split your conveyor belt from one belt into two, or mix up two different belts. And a fast inserter, which we could make, but probably a little bit too advanced right now. But anyway, we're going to research logistics. I've already got some research packs, so let's just bung them in. So, that should have increased our power consumption by now. Yeah, a little bit. So I was saying before how wood doesn't really have a purpose, and I'm going to be chopping down a lot of these trees just to make some space. Now, normally I would just store it, but I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use it to power our power, essentially. Our boilers are going to run off wood for a while, just to lessen our dependence on coal. And we already have a fair bit of it, so why not? So we're going to need some inserters here. We'll put them down here like that. And these inserters are going to take the wood off the belt and shove them into the boilers. And then let's just get some power to them. There we go. And we're going to need a chest here. And another inserter. So that's going to take wood out of... It's going to take wood out of the chest, pop it on the conveyor belt. That's a terrible place. Let's put it up here just so we can actually see. And some light. So that's going to put the wood on the belt. And then the inserters here are just going to put them in the boiler. So let's just yank out all this coal. There we go. And shove all this wood in, or most of it. There we go. So they're going to get thrown into the boilers. Now the wood does burn faster than the coal. So we're going to need coal. Oh, autosave. We're going to need to put coal back in here eventually, but for now we're just going to burn up all this wood because we don't really need it, although I think I'll keep one stack. There. Just because we need some crafting, like for these poles in the meantime. Alright, so now we've got that out of the way, we're going to need a better iron smelting setup, because something I noticed while smelting this stuff up is that the mines were stopping and starting, well, because these furnaces couldn't keep up. So, one power is not going to do it. So let's get rid of the mines for the moment. And let's see if we can get a few of them in here, because we're going to need as much iron as we can get. So let's get that there. And that there. The mines, when they run, see where the arrow is. They will put, they will spit out one item, one iron that they mine or whatever, directly in front of it. So if there was a belt here, it would go on the inside lane. Now these conveyor belts have 2 lanes on them. So there's one on the left and one on the right, which is it's going to prove useful later on when we're crafting something a bit more complicated. But as you can see over here, the wood is all on one side of the conveyor belt, and the other side is kind of empty. It's not really efficient right now, but we'll work on it later. But if you can get items on both sides of the belt, then the belt can hold twice as much. So let's just rotate that around. Oops. I don't know what that message means at all. 3. Okay, so we got our mine. And let's just put a conveyor belt here. So now, the mines are going to put stuff on both sides of the belt. And can we get a thing up? No, we'll just put it there. And here. And let's get some lights. Nope. We'll just move you there and there. And you are not powered, are you? Crud. Well, whatever. Okay, so now we need something to smelt it. We're going to need more, so we've got 4 mines working on this now, so we're probably going to need, let's say, 6 furnaces. Let's just bring our belt out. Like that. So let's get some furnace going. Now, how do we want to do this? Just counting in my head. 1, 2, 3. Right. Let's try that. Nope, not quite. Basically what I want to do is, because we don't have any conveyor belts moving coal, because the furnaces need coal to actually smelt the iron. So I would just want to have some chests feeding coal into these things. So let's just do that. Put a chest in the middle. And put our furnace down, and then we'll do... In fact, let's just make it 8. Oh, okay, we got our logistics. Let's see. Logistics 2. Nope, needs these green science packs. Don't have a lot of research packs left at the moment. Alright, we'll just leave that for now. I don't think we really need anything else at the moment. So let's just put our inserters down there. Boom. There. Alright. So we'll do the same on the other side. have some inserters taking off of the belt here. Put them into the furnace, and then those inserters will take out of the furnace. So we're going to need some power and some fuel. So let's just get, first thing we'll do, let's take the belt over here. Get rid of that last one. We're going to get a couple of belts here. Something else you can do with the belts, which is quite nifty, is two belts facing each other can be merged like that. So they both use the one lane. And this one's only going to use one lane, this one's only going to use the other lane, and this one will combine them so that we've got two conveyors in one lane. And then from that, we're just going to shove that into a chest for now. So let's get some power going to all of these guys. Actually, let's move you, put you there. Do that. And can we do the same over here? We can. Like that. Let's just put that there. For symmetry's sake, let's just put you there. We'll just get rid of all the power, apparently. Put you there. Where was all that power connected to? I've disconnected something. There we go. Back up and running. You. There. Okay, so that's that pretty much set up. So that's good. The only thing we really need to do is put some coal in the chest. So let's put 3 in there. And 3 in there. Excellent. So, now we'll just put some light in this situation. So we've got 4 furnaces there. That's just going to start smelting up all that iron that's there. And shove it in the chest for us. Let's just get rid of this iron ore as well. Alright, and now we're going to do the same the other way. So we're just going to get some more furnaces going. This pole thing is a problem. These are like the worst poles in the game. There will be better ones later. But for now, we're stuck with these. So this is not exactly the most ideal setup for smelting. This is just how I'm going to do it for now. I'm going to do something a bit more advanced later, but we are still very early stage of the game, so a little improvisation is not too much of a problem. I'm probably going to need some more belts. Where did I have that merger there? So there we go. Over here. So everything's all set up apart from the poles. And why are you not getting powered? Yeah, that fixed it. Except it didn't because I was disconnected power from everything. Let's just put you there. And are we out of inserters already? I think we are. Let's make some more. Get a chest. And we'll wait for that inserter to be made. So, right. So that is a fair bit better now. We've got 4 iron mines. And we've got 8 furnaces all making iron. And there's our inserter. Bam. Into the chest it goes. Alright. So, now we're going to need some coal. Probably going to need some more inserters as well. Let's go. I'm just curious, because I've never used wood as a fuel source before in these boilers. It seems to be okay. Probably got. I'm going to put a stack of coal in there just as backup. Right. Let's head up to our coal mine. And how's our pollution doing? Our pollution is now rising because of that iron smelting setup. So as I might have said before, the pollution attracts the aliens. Um, pollution will dissipate on its own, but if you're actively creating more pollution than the environment can handle, then you're making a surplus of pollution. Having trees in an area helps reduce that pollution. That's why I'm not going to cut them all down for now, because it could be kind of useful just to have. Oh, there's that stupid message again. It's just going to be useful to basically keep a low profile until we can actually start defending ourselves. We don't want to alert the aliens that we're here too much. So, right, we're going to need some coal when we eventually run out of all the wood that we're harvesting. So let us put down some mines. Like this. That one's kind of a waste. There's nothing really there. In fact, let's just get rid of that for now and put it over there. And that was our last conveyor. Okay. No, we don't really need that many. But again, for now, all we're really going to do with this is we're going to put it in a box. I'll move stuff around manually, and we're auto-saving. All right. So all we're really going to do here, stockpile the coal, and use it later on. I will get things moved around and interconnected later, but again, we're still early days. There's a whole bunch more we can do in the meantime. Bam. Bam. Put that there. Put some lights down. And we're not using up all this coal patch yet. Still a fair bit up here. In fact, it goes all the way up to here. So, a lot of coal here. Now we just need to get some power up here. Put that there. So, still going to be quite a few things to do. We haven't even got to the boxing ourselves in stage yet. This is just getting our resources all organized. There we go. So now that's all running, and I'm not entirely sure that inserter is going to be fast enough. Yeah, that guy is not fast enough. We can make fast inserters, so let's do that. Let's make one. Something that's pretty nifty, if you have like one version of a structure and another version of a structure you'd want to place, you can literally just place it over the top and it will swap them out, like that. So now we've got a fast inserter going. Uses up more power, but it's grabbing stuff a lot quicker. So now we've got that coal going, we're probably going to be making a ton more pollution. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, pollution out here is rising, pollution here is rising. So now, we've got one more thing we want to do. The copper we can leave for the moment. I'll get something going later. But we want to get some wall production going. So let's get that there. And in order to get the walls going... How do we want to do this? Let's have... insert here. Furnace here. No, move that down one more. Like that. Just so that we can get... not that. Coal chest there. Into the furnace. And then this furnace... we are going to shove into an assembly machine. This is how stuff gets automated in the game. Let's get some power down here, and I shall show you how. There. Okay. And we're going to need some lights. There we go. And that belt was too long. All the buttons. Do we still have some coal? Yeah, shove it in there. Right, and Oh, you were too high. Right, so this insert, right. So the stone here is going to be taken up and put into this furnace, and I think it's 2 stone makes a stone brick, something like that. So it's getting smelted into stone bricks, and then the stone bricks are going to be put into the assembly machine. Now this looks very similar to our own crafting window, but it will craft one thing at a time. Well, these are the basic version of the assembly machines, and they will take 2 ingredients together to form a third. So what we want is walls. So this will take stone bricks, and that's all it needs to make walls. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to need another inserter. Let's put it here, and we'll put it into a chest there. And something we can do is we can actually limit how much of something goes into the chest. So let's say we want these stacked to about 100. So let's say we want about 500 walls just to get us going. It's going to take a long time to make all that. But it'll be good if we're walking around chopping down trees and all that sort of stuff to have all of this stone being turned into walls. But that's kind of like, this is like a microcosm of the entire automation process, from mining to smelting to manufacture to storage. So let's get that ball in there. All right, so we're getting some walls. That's our first step. So what I'm going to do is off camera I might set up a bit of a copper mining setup, just a little one. And then I'm going to start cutting down trees. I'm going to craft some turrets. And then we're going to get ready to box ourselves in. See you in a minute. Alright, we got some things a bit more refined down here. We got our little copper mine set up. Probably going to need not too much of this in the meantime. I've got them feeding into one chest, which is almost filled up already. So this is going to be pretty nifty. Also, one furnace was not keeping up with this assembly machine, so I put in a second one, and quite frankly I could do with more furnaces, but I'm not prepared to put more in just yet. We're getting some walls in, but slowly, but they're getting there. Our iron is also doing quite well. These chests are almost completely filled up, so this will be all the iron that we're gonna need to get us all boxed in. But something I've already noticed is that our power consumption, it's dipped down a bit now, but during the night when all the lights are on, our power is maxing out. In fact, let's just go back about 10 minutes. There we go. So that's sort of our max power level there. There we go. It was about 1.1 megawatts. Each of these at peak efficiency makes about half a megawatt. So we have about 1.5 megawatts of power. So this is this is basically just about generating enough power for our entire base, and it has eaten through almost all that wood already. So we're gonna have to upgrade this a bit. So we're gonna get some more power here. Nope, that's too close. I think I need one more out. I think. Oh no, that was fine. Let's take that back. Yeah, let's put our turbines down here. So we're just gonna double our power generation. Where's our inserters? There they are. Right. Something you can do with your hotbar, by the way, is that you can lock items there, so that no other type of item can be put into that hotbar other than that, which is pretty handy to have, especially if you've got a lot of items being moved around. So, yep, the wood's almost out, so it's switched over to the coal. We need to get rid of this actually just for the moment, because we put in our boilers. There we go, like that. Upgrade our power. Put some more power in. We're going to get rid of that. Where's our water pump? We had a water pump somewhere. There it is. Put that there, and we need some pipes. Thankfully they're easy to make. Actually, you know what? Let's make some underground pipes. takes a few pipes to make these, but it's underground pipes and underground conveyor belts are really handy for like uh, linking things in a tight area. So if I pop down this pipe here, it will run underground until a max distance of here. So kind of links those two together. Conveyor belt's going to go from like there to about hang on, to about there. That's like a conveyor belt length. So not as useful, but nifty in a tight space. So got some water going in there. Now we need they're completely out of fuel. So let us, yeah, let's pop it there. Why not? And then put our inserter here. Put that there. And we're just going to shove all this coal in because our power is almost out. And put that there. And now our power generation just doubled. So, okay, so I think we're going to be alright for a while. Yeah. In the meantime, though, we're going to need to make some ammo for our turrets when we actually get them up and running. And that's why I needed the extra power, because I needed another assembly machine. So we're just going to get that there. Put an inserter there. Inserter there. And a chest. And set you to make regular magazine. It takes a while to make these, actually, about 2 seconds. Doesn't seem like a long time, but these machines actually run at 50%, so it says 2 seconds there. It's actually more like 4 to make one thing of ammo, and we're not going to need all that much. Let's just tell it to make 300 for now. It'll take a while to make all that. But it's just handy. It's just really handy to have something making that. Also, we got access to guns earlier. Some new guns. We haven't actually really used this pistol thing yet, but we're already going to get rid of it. Autosave. So let's make a submachine gun and a shotgun. And let's make some shotgun shells as well. So there's a submachine gun. Let's actually just set up a chest. Let's see here. This is going to be our junk chest, where we stuff that we no longer need, like these burner mining drills. We moved on to electric, so we don't need them anymore, and we also don't need this pistol anymore because we have our submachine gun and we have a shotgun. A shotgun is dual purpose in this game. Not only is good for not only fighting enemies, but also destroying trees and rocks and things. Just bam, destroying the environment. So I'm debating whether or not to shoot these trees down or to chop them down, considering that this thing went through the woods so quickly. In fact, what I'm probably going to have to do pretty soon is just put a conveyor belt from the coal mine all the way down to the power, which is the most sensible thing to do. But we'll wait on that for now. In the meantime, I'm going to go chop down these trees, and we're going to get ready to box ourselves in. Alright, I think we're about ready to start boxing ourselves in. I've cut down a whole swath of trees here, cleared out this wall area here, and finished off this one here. So we've got a bunch more wood, which won't last long, but it does mean I can just shove it all in here, get the coal out. We'll switch back over to wood for a while. But also, now that a lot of things have finished producing, like the copper here is now full. The copper chest is full, so that means that the furnaces aren't working, which means the inserters aren't running, and means these mines aren't running, which means our power has gone down, which means less fuel. So that's all good. I also put in another assembly machine just to make some ammo a bit faster, and we've almost filled up on that. So let's just grab that ammo there, and we're going to grab all these walls, and I've already made 40 turrets. So that's all we're going to need. So let's get to securing our base, really. So let's just build a big diagonally wall. Let's see, can I do this the quick way? Oh yeah, there we go. Done. So there's a wall. It's only one thick, because I don't think I'm going to have enough walls to get through the entire perimeter of the base. But let's just set up some turrets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 apart right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we get more settled in, and I'm going to put another one there because I think that might be a focal point for them. As we get settled in, we'll expand our defenses and thicken them up a bit more as well. For now, I'm just going to shove 10 magazines in each turret. That should do just now. Right now, I'm going to be putting the ammo in manually. Later on, let's get this tree out of the way. Later on, I'll be producing them and distributing them via conveyor belts. So it will lessen the burden of me running around, filling them up with ammo and all that sort of stuff. But for now, decent defenses along this line. And over here, should be able to just make a wall going straight up, I think. Yeah, let's start it from up here. And go straight down. Building a line in this game is really, really easy. I like it. I'm not being too fussy with the placement of these ones. And we'll get these guys filled up. So, by the way, sorry if I don't sound too crazy. No, not crazy. I don't want to sound crazy, but like, I'm not entirely enthusiastic at the moment. It is quite late at night, and I don't want to keep everyone else in the household awake. So, there we go. So we've got a wall here. This is going to look like a very weird... It's also kind of cramped now that I'm looking at it. I don't think I even have enough walls to wrap up this coal mine. We'll see what we can do. At least a bit of a wall will be nice. Oh, messed up a bit there. There we go. Oh, yes. And we'll just build that straight up. Come on, do we have enough? Oh, yeah. With a little bit to spare. Okay, so let's just get the rest of these turrets all set up. And then we can start focusing on automating a few things, get some research underway, because research is a big part of this game. You need to research new technologies in order to keep going, and you need to continually research a whole bunch of different things. And the end goal of the game is to research and build rocket defense, and that requires an enormous amount of resources. So to research pretty much everything in the game, you need like this giant iron patch here. Probably need 10 of them. So we're gonna be expanding our base a lot, and we're probably gonna have little outposts. But there's lots of cool things you can do later on in the game. Some of them I've never even tried. Like you can set up train depots to transport items around. So you can transport a whole bunch of things by train, and you can have a whole rail network of things being distributed, which is really cool. And even further into the game, you can get these robots that will move things around from chest to chest for you. They're really cool to see as well, and I haven't played too much with them. So I'm looking forward to that. And we also get a much better version of a turret. Well, I say better. It's weaker, but it has further range, and it only uses power. It's a laser turret. So we will be upgrading to them eventually as well, because it makes building walls and defending them much simpler. But now we have our little foothold. As ugly and cramped as it is, we should be able to ward off any immediate attack. So yeah, the one thing about the aliens though is that at the beginning they are pretty weak, but the bases are big as I, as I set it up. So even though they're weak, they're going to be high in number. But one of the interesting things about this game is that the more of them that you kill, the more powerful they become. So later on, we're going to be facing whole hordes of really dangerous enemies constantly throwing themselves against our walls. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. See if we can match ourselves with it. But let's just pop that stuff back in. So we don't make him too much, and let's get that ammo back in there. Right, so that'll do it for today. A little bit longer than I intended. It took a bit longer to actually get this setup done, but we've got our foothold. We're probably going to have to expand it almost immediately. So I'm thinking, now that when I was building this out, I think it might stretch this wall down to here, wrap it around and go down to there, which is getting dangerously close to this sort of area, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be aliens there. So this wall is going to be key to defending it. We might have to beef up these ones as well. But we shall do that in the next episode. We'll get some more research done, upgrade our defenses, upgrade our armor and weapons and things like that, upgrade our power, get that automated. We're starting to get wood powered again. So that's gonna run out pretty soon. But yeah, that'll do it today. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.